fourth and first. So it was really hard to choose students for these awards this year. We have so many great students, and it just makes it really difficult. I actually had a lot of kids who had 100% at the fourth quarter for almost the entire quarter. So here are my three. My first student, he cares so much about his grades, but at the beginning of the year, math was not his strongest subject. He came to me almost every day asking what he could work on to get his grades up. But throughout this year, he's really grown, and he was so proud that he kept 100% for the entire fourth quarter. He's got so many talents, but now math is one of them as well. Congratulations to Alex Martinez. All right, my next student also has 100 in the class. She works so hard to try learning on her own. She always puts as much effort as she can in before she comes to me asking for help, but then she always makes sure if she doesn't understand completely that she comes and asks me. And she's not just a great student, but she's a sweet person and she is very independent. These strengths are going to get her far in the future. Congratulations to Alana Churchill. All right, and my last student is probably one of the hardest working students I've ever seen. She stays after to finish assignments while she has the lesson fresh in her mind, and she took several days to finish her quarterly assessments because she just wanted to see how good she could do. Her scores definitely reflected her hard work. She's also a very sweet young lady with a bright future ahead of her. Congratulations to Kylie Quinn. I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Miranda, who's going to be presenting Ms. Newman's students.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here on behalf of Ms. Newman. One of her students has been a phenomenal student to work with this year. She has maintained straight A's and is a pleasure to work with at all times. She not only strives to be and do her best, she is extremely respectful and helpful. She is typically the last one to leave for lunch because she takes it upon herself to straighten up the room for me. I will, without a doubt, miss her next year, but I know she'll go on to do great things in the future. Congratulations, Lily Duncan. Next, Ms. Newman has chosen this student of the year for multiple reasons. He is not only holding the highest average in my class, but is also just as polite, helpful, and courteous as he is intelligent. He works hard for his grades and doesn't hesitate to help others that are struggling with our classroom material. He is definitely an asset in my classroom, and I've enjoyed working with him this past year. Congratulations, Christian Baez Munoz. Nope. All right, next up is Miss Van Tessler.
Oh, never mind. I've changed. Okay, come on up. All right, so Miss Van Tessler and I, Sharkey, are here to present Algebra Awards. One thing we want you all to understand is these students are taking a high school class that for many of us is very challenging, and definitely for them. So I have chosen two students for algebra this year. The first one is definitely a true role model in the classroom. She's always striving to be her best, and she is always a leader. Whenever I ask for anything, she does it, always exceeds her expectations. She has a true love for learning, and it shows all the time. Brianna Mandancini. All the way in the back. Go, Bree. Whoop, whoop. Okay, our next student is a student that sits close to my desk, always checks his work, makes sure everything's done. If it's even off by a little bit, he's the first one up here saying, how did I get this wrong? What can I do to improve? He's the first one to also offer help to other students in the classroom, and he always, always gives his best. He tries hard daily and is an absolute pure joy to have in class. I've definitely developed a very close bond with this student, Gavin Hughes. And you're down here.
All right, my first student that I chose, she's excelled in algebra this year. She's always willing to help me out as well as her other peers. She is one that will stay back if she needs extra help to make sure that she exceeds what she needs to do to accomplish her mission. That student is Emily's.
There she is.
Oh, yeah. My next student is a problem solver. He will work however long he needs to bring his grade up. He's one of my highest achieving students that I have. He strives to do his best with everything that he does, and that student is Hagen Connor.
Don't leave me. Our next two awards were very, very difficult to choose. We have a very small and elite group of students that have taken geometry on campus with us. There are 41 of them. These students have now had 2 high school math classes. These students have definitely achieved greatness, especially with my high standards. Our first student has been definitely what everybody would say is a true role model student. She's the very first one to help out not only teachers, but fellow students. She was the first student to volunteer to come in and tutor algebra students to make sure they could be the best that they could be. She has always made a difference in the classroom with her willingness to go above and beyond, and she is looked up to by other students. Tejad McLean. Go T. Now, like I said, it was extremely hard to not only only get to pick one, but only 2 students out of these 41 children. This next student is someone that is always kind, always goes above and beyond. He's the first one to say, Sharky, don't eat lunch alone. I'm gonna come hang out with you. He's also the first one that'll be there if I need absolutely anything, and just like his parents, he's got the biggest heart in the world. Aiden Bryan. Okay, next to present history, Mr. Huber.
All right. Good evening, everybody. It's an honor to present the awards for 8th grade social studies. There are 4 classes that are represented tonight because we have so many 8th graders, with 2 students picked from each teacher. I'm going to start with Mrs. Moore's class. This student is one of the first in the classroom each day. She works hard to earn the grades she has, and she always provides excellent assignments. There is never a day off in history for her. The first student of the year in social studies is Phoenix Malden. Our next student is always focused on the lesson at hand. He often works ahead of his classmates. He provides stellar work, and he advocates for himself in his learning. From day one, he has always been involved and never earns anything less than 100. The second student of the year in social studies is Patrick Willis. All right, now for Mr. LaRossi's class. This student is extremely smart, creative, thinks outside the box, is a hard worker, and always strives to do well. The first student of the year in Mr. LaRossi's social studies is Helen Mavchan. This next student from Mr. LaRossi always asks follow-up questions and wants to know why things actually happened in history. She enhances her own learning with higher order thinking strategies. She's a great example of what a Royal Knight should be. Mr. LaRossi's second student of the year in social studies is Erin Vaney. All right, now we're going to move on to Ms. McWhorter's class. So this student had an outstanding year in world history. Her insights during group discussion and her ability to reason through and justify her opinions has been insightful. And Ms. McWhorters is so very proud of you, Erica Cerniak. All right, here's the second student from Mrs. McWhorters. This student is just incredible. Because of her hard work and dedication, she has earned straight A's all year, which we all know is not an easy task. And this student who has made it a magnificent year is Hannah LeGrand. All right, not last but not least, it is time for my class. This first student has never let an assignment get the best of her. She always comes prepared to learn, and she's always the first person to ask questions to get to the bottom of why things happened in history. She plans ahead, and yet she is always in the present moment. Despite some craziness around her, she perseveres, and she is a role model in my class. My first student of the year is Kylie Quinn. Great job, Kylie. All right, finally, my second student truly never takes a day off of learning. She exemplifies all of the qualities that we want to see in a Royal Scholar here at River Ridge. She is respectful, she is responsible, and she is a problem solver. I know I speak for the rest of her teachers when I say we wish we could have 25 of her in every single class that we teach. My second student of the year is Olivia Larkin. All right, up next are our ELA awards. They're going to be presented by Ms. St. Aubin.
Good evening. I'm Miss St. Aubin, 8th grade ELA. I'm presenting for all of 8th grade this evening. I'm going to start off with Miss Mikas's class. This first student that she has chosen was chosen because they were academically engaged throughout the whole year. They are a hard worker and never cease to amaze her with her thoughtful and insightful responses. The student went above and beyond and never once turned in work less than her ability. And if Miss Mikas ever needed to end her day on a positive note, she would always grade this student's last because it would leave a smile on her face. And Ms. Mikas's first student of the year goes to Kalki Sash. All right, her second student of the year was chosen because they demonstrated daily what it takes to be successful in the classroom. This student always comes to class on time, prepared, and ready to work. They take part in every classroom discussion and is always insightful with their thoughts and actions. This student has gone above and beyond all year in ELA with their assignments and turned in nothing but quality work. This student also demonstrated nothing but leadership qualities when needed and always stepped up and helped in the classroom. And her second student of the year is Brody Howlett. All right, my class is next. To know this student is to love him truly. He's a young man of many good qualities. He's a natural-born leader, an academic scholar, a comedian, kind-hearted, a good friend, and an all-around good human. This person brings a smile to my face on the daily, and I know that I can always count on him. I have no doubt that I'm going to be seeing this student's name in the headlines in the future. Mattel Patel, do not forget about your ELA teacher. All right, my second student of the year. I couldn't be any prouder of this student. He is also a stand-up young man in and out of the classroom. In this class, they are quite competitive. I don't know if you've ever been in a classroom full of 8th graders, but this class in particular is very competitive. Anytime we completed a test, this class always wanted to know how many 100s were there in the class. It didn't matter if I said there was 100 or 30 100s. This student's name was always mentioned first. Tyler Medlin, I am so extremely proud of you. Next class that I'm going to present for is for Miss Moore. This student exudes all knightly values in and out of the classroom. They take pride in every task and assist others when needed. This student is Isabella Boyston. Miss Moore's next Student of the Year always displays excellence on all tasks and everything that they do, and is a great leader in the classroom all the time. And her next Student of the Year goes to Kieran Joseph. Next up is Miss McLeod's class. This student has consistently performed at masterly level all year long. She is conscientious and a go-getter. She exemplifies knightly values and is a valued member of our school student body and her participation in activities like Royal Ambassadors. Congratulations, Liba Sayel. And the last Student of the Year for this 8th grade school year, for Ms. McLeod's class. This student has always tried his best, and if something isn't up to his standards, he isn't afraid to seek help and try again. She appreciates his determination and his ability to serve as a role model for others when it comes to positive character traits like honesty and being a good friend. Congratulations, Tyler Connolly. And next up is science with Miss Adams.
Good evening. This is a fairly special group for me. I'm one of the few teachers that had them as 6th graders and 7th graders and 8th graders. So all those smarty pants Miss Sharkey was talking about started with me in 6th grade math. And then I moved, yeah, thumbs up, all right. I'm glad I didn't scar you guys too bad, but. And then they saw me the next year in a science classroom and they're like, what? So when I tried to select my students, I started by looking at grades, and it was a really long list of a lot of good grades. And then I thought, well, who participates really well? And it was a really long list of a lot of great kids. And like, who makes the class better? And it was another really long list, but there were a couple that kept showing up. So my first 8th grade science award goes to Lucas Bowman. And another young man that's been a leader in my classroom all year, positive attitude, helps his classmates, Brady Martin.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Adams. I'm going to start off presenting Science Awards for Mrs. Shaw's 8th grade class. Mrs. Shaw's first student of the year, she picked because he is a hard worker, dedicated, motivated, and always has a positive attitude. That is Andre Nepagative. Thank you. Not here? Okay. Ms. Shaw's second student of the year had one of her highest end-of-year average scores. She's always a good role model, positive attitude, and willing to help others. Alexandria Bradsher. Now for my students of the year. This is a very prestigious award because this is a high school level course, just like Ms. Sharkey was saying earlier. These students are taking a high school credit in science. My first student of the year is an exemplary science student. She works hard and always puts forth her best efforts into everything she does. She's helpful, kind, and consistently scores high. She's a role model for others, and I know she'll do great in high school. Congratulations, Ariana Scala. The second student of the year is a dedicated student with an excellent work ethic. He asks questions, he's curious, and he's always wanting to learn more. He has a positive attitude all the time, works really hard to put forth his best efforts. He can be counted on, and I know he'll also be very successful in high school. Congratulations, William Levine.
All right, at this time, I'd like to recognize a large group of students for demonstrating our nightly values. We have a great group of students that really highlight what it's all about. And the first award category is the nightly values for exhibiting respect. At this time, I'd like to call up this awesome student, Hayden Baumeister. Hayden is always respectful in the way he interacts with his peers as well as with his teachers. He's a leader in the classroom and is a joy to have in class every day. The next student I'd like to recognize is always a respectful student who exhibits hard work, self-motivation, and a positive attitude. She sets an example of excellence every day and is a joy to have in class. Alana Churchill, come on down. The next student is very respectful. She always exhibits a high participation level in class, submits high quality work, as well as being a leader by example in the class. This award goes to Adonia Taylor. The next student comes to class ready to work and is always respectful to his teachers and peers. He has a high level of participation and produces high quality work all the time. I'd like to recognize Miller Thompson. Good to hear you. All right, the next group that we're recognizing for the Nightly Values Award is for the category of responsibility. This student is a very responsible student who takes pride in her work and is always striving to be the best she can be and make the best of any situation. Olivia Brissy, come on down. She's also our photographer tonight. She does it all. What can you say? The next student is an excellent role model for the entire class and is always willing to step up and help out both peers and teachers alike. I'd like to recognize Lorelei Higgins. The next student is a responsible student who not only works hard individually in class, but also will step out and help out others and be a leader by example. I'd like to recognize Christian Hopper. The next student is a leader inside the classroom as well as in athletics, student congress, and royal ambassadors. You can always count on her to lead by example and to get the job done with excellence. Lillian Jackson. The next student demonstrates a nightly value of responsibility daily. He comes to school prepared and ready to learn daily. He works well with his peers and is often a mentor to his group mates. This student is a true Royal Knight. Evan Zuhl. And our last nightly values category is the award for exhibiting problem-solving skills and abilities. This first student exhibits the characteristics of a problem solver in the ELA classroom. She can overcome any obstacle to achieve success in the classroom. She's a positive role model in the classroom and always a true Royal Knight. Carissa Giprich. The next student is always willing to step up and go the extra mile. She was so helpful with the yearbook and news team, assisting with the drama department, or just helping her peers and teachers in class. I'd like to recognize Riley Hickey. The next student is a great problem solver because if she doesn't understand something, she seeks out ways to figure it out. She asks questions, uses her resources, and keeps a positive attitude. She doesn't get frustrated, and she continues to work through obstacles until she has the solution. I'd like to recognize Sarah Laurenti. The next student is one of the hardest working students we have on our campus. He's always working to better himself, and when he runs into a challenge, he looks for solutions by asking a teacher or his peers. No matter the challenge, this student attacks it with a smile on his face and a positive attitude. I'd like to recognize Cameron Lomerson. The next student has worked very hard especially adjusting to a new school after coming to Florida in February, and she's been very successful in her coursework. She's an incredible student, and we are so happy to have had the chance to know her and have her as part of our school community. I'd like to recognize J.C. Need. And finally, this student has demonstrated her abilities to be a problem solver in the robotics classes and was able to assist the teacher in problem solving and fixing the 3D printer as well as many other tasks. And she also is viewed as a leader in her class. I'd like to recognize Kayla Paget. Come on, Kelly, you can do it. Cato, Cato. I can if you'd like me to. I wasn't sure. Come on up here with me. I have a special friend I'd like to introduce. This is Miss Kelly Cadle, and she's here to recognize some incredible students. So at this time, to recognize these two students, Miss Kelly Cadle.
Well, it's actually 3 students. It's actually 3 students, but it's okay. This award is given each year to one 8th grade student who has overcome barriers presented to them during their middle school career. The student entered the 6th grade and struggled academically with her transition from elementary to middle school. Through each grade level, she would utilize the Learning Lab to catch up on assignments, study for tests, reach out for support, and in the end, showed tremendous growth in her academics. I am proud to present River Ridge Middle School's Turnaround Student of the Year to a Trinity Oates. The next 2 students I had the pleasure of meeting in 6th grade as they were challenged academically and socially in the height of the pandemic. Over the course of 3 years, these students learned to balance and prioritize their studies, to persevere and maximize effort, and to advocate for themselves when presented with obstacles. As 8th graders, they both needed minimal support and excelled academically and socially on their own. Through their work ethic and support of their families, these students are now prepared for a successful journey to high school, where I am confident they will continue to excel. It is my pleasure to present the Course Recovery Students of the Year Awards to Noah King and Alyssa Terrell. Huh? No, no. But no, Alyssa. Next up is Mr. Henry to present some elective and program awards.
Good evening. Tonight is my great pleasure to be able to present these awards for not only some of our music students, but also for our dance student of the year. I will start with our most outstanding singer for 8th grade this year. And this gentleman has come a very, very long way since walking through our doors in 6th grade. Not only does he always try, but he always puts forth his very best effort. And it has been very cool to see him spread his wings a little bit with his singing, but also in his involvement in our theater department as well. Please join me in congratulating our most outstanding singer for 8th grade, Mr. Talon Huerta. For our band program, we have 2 recipients of our Musician of the Year award. Our first recipient is a young lady who has worked extremely hard in band all 3 years that she's been involved in the program. While sometimes described as a bit of a perfectionist, she still works hard even when the chips may be down for her, and I'm just so proud to have seen her growth over the past 3 years as well. Please join me in congratulating Miss Georgia Makuta. This young man has made me extremely proud, as have all my students this year. Anytime with any of these students, and I must say for the entire 8th grade class, going through what you all have gone through as far as the pandemic is concerned and everything else like that, regardless of what you received tonight, you're all winners, and we could not be more proud of you. This gentleman has really worked hard to not only excel at his instrument, but he also had to learn a new instrument midway through last year. He's done well with it, and I know he's going to do great things as he goes on to high school. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Mason Bowles. The Director's Award is an award that's given to specifically an 8th grade student, and that student must have been involved in any music program for at least 2 years. Both of these recipients are not only excellent musicians, but also excel in other academic disciplines and also involve themselves in other art forms on our campus. And I'm so proud of their work for the past 3 years. Our first recipient is Miss Ava Pigeon. Our second recipient of the Director's Award is Mr. Gavin Covert. The last award that I will present tonight will be the award for the Student of the Year in Dance. Ms. Viro writes of the recipient that this student is one of those students that every teacher dreams of having. Not only does the student exhibit all the qualities that make her an outstanding student, but she is also just an awesome young lady. She has a strong sense of responsibility and always strives to do her best. The recipient has excelled in dance and has become such an ideal role model to others. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Carly Doyle. It's my pleasure to now introduce Mr. Grasso, who will present the awards for drama.
Hi, everybody. So we're about halfway through, so you're welcome. This is the gift that I give you, and I'm very loud and a little bit obnoxious, so enjoy. I'm Mr. Grasso, the theater director here at River Ridge Middle School. And so I have some awards to give out tonight. Oh, wow. It's going really well, as we can tell. So theater is about performance, right? It's song, it's dance, it's act, but we also have design courses here, which include stage management, costume, props, and more. Educational theater is also about being a good person, solving problems as they arise, being flexible, understanding the world around you, and using that understanding to build empathy for other people. It's about doing your work, passing your other classes, and being a well-rounded human being. That being said, the following 8th graders exemplified these traits And not only through their talent, but through their hard work, their kindness, their responsibility, their academic drive, and their commitment to our nightly values here at River Ridge, they have received these awards for the evening. I apologize in advance. I am a theater teacher, so my theater kids do scream a lot when awards happen. So if you hear annoying screaming, that would be my children. Again, another gift. You're welcome. So I'm going to start with basic theater. So this class covers theater history, design performance, and more. And these two students completed final projects that were creative. They were well performed. They were well thought through. They did their work. They really performed with energy and vigor, and it was so exciting to watch. So those two students are Christian Baez Munez and Taylor Vaughn. Yeah. So for technical theater, which is a different course that I teach, it's a class focusing on text analysis, design choices, justification, and presentation of those areas of design, costume, lights, set, sound, etc. These students always submitted their work on time. So exciting. And they created creative artistic materials. They built designs that were really interesting and wonderful to look at. They used their artistry. They thought through their work. They justified their choices, and it was an exciting process to watch. Those two students are Emma Hyder and Jenna Nijo. For my next course, I have a Theater 1 course, which is a more in-depth look at theater performance and other areas like directing and playwriting. This young man came into my class pretty shy, pretty quiet, someone I thought maybe wouldn't do as well or be as energetic in theater because of their personality, but wow, I was wrong. They blew me away. They were always on tasks. They were kind. They helped others. They performed with such imagination and creativity like I've not seen in a while. They were focused, and they had some real acting chops. So it is my pleasure to give this award to Thomas Lockhart. So for my next course, I have a Theater 2 course, which is our most advanced theater class here at River Ridge. It revolves around in-depth performance, rigorous background work on character portrayal, and all things theater. These students, the following students, were energetic about their work. They completed in a timely manner. They had amazing, incredible performances. They really thought about their characters. They dived into text. They used wonderful collegiate-level acting skills to create their characters, a really exciting process to watch in middle school. These two students are Elise Marshall and Alexander Martinez. I also have a couple awards to give for special mention. So the following students were maybe not all A's in the class, right? Maybe they weren't the star student, maybe they weren't, you know, the drama queen in the front of the room, but they were hardworking, they were brilliant, they brought things to the table, they asked questions, they had energy, and it was exciting getting to know them and to see them develop on their journeys in classes. They participated in every event that we had, and they worked hard, and it was an exciting process to watch, so I thought they deserved a special mention for the evening. So those students to receive that special mention are Ava Hayes and Talon Huerta. Okay, I only have two left, I promise. Maybe, we'll see. So I have one award for a student who I like to call them the most involved. They do theater everywhere. They are theater all day, all night. They eat, breathe, sleep, everything theater. I don't think they ever not do theater. I think they probably go to math and still think about theater, which is awesome. They're constantly doing things in the community. They do outside performances. They do performances with us here, obviously. And of course, they're talented. They exemplify the nightly values here at River Ridge. So that student to be most involved is Catherine Thomas. Is she here? Awesome. Great. All right, and my last award. So this is Student of the Year in Drama. So like I said earlier, yes, it's theater, yes, it's performance, but for me, it's not always about talent. For me, it's about being a good person. For me, it's about learning, taking what you learned, applying it to life, applying it to your friends, having empathy, like I said, learning about the world around you, getting good grades, doing well in your other classes, being an overall well-rounded human being, because that's what makes an overall good actor, is someone who understands the world around them. So this student was always working, always offering to help others, offering to help me in our class, volunteering, did well in their other classes, turned in their work, and they had the acting chops to back up the kindness and respect and responsibility. And I'm very proud of what they've accomplished this year and very excited to see where their journey will lead. So that Student of the Year in Drama is Isabella Boytson.
Yeah, you got Miss Burbridge.
Okay, okay. I get to stay up here. Aren't you excited? Yeah, you should be applauding. I don't know why we're like laughing. Anyways, so I also have the pleasure tonight to present the art awards. Unfortunately, the art teachers had some family emergencies and couldn't make it. So I'll be presenting the art awards for Miss Burbridge and Miss Lightbody. So fortunately for art and theater, because I teach a design course, there's lots of overlap. A lot of my design students take art. A lot of their art students take design because there's lots of overlap. So I know some of these students, and I know that Miss Burbridge and Miss Lightbody honor all the nightly values. They bring in children into their space that are creative and artistic and do what they need to do, and they would not give those awards without those things in mind. So I'm gonna start at the bottom, I guess. So we have creative photography, is that first? Is that cool? Yeah, cool, whatever, we're gonna roll with it. All right, so creative photography. So this is Miss Lightbody, I believe, creative photography. So we have Phoenix Malden and Camilla Mendez. Okay, I'm gonna roll right along. So next one is 2D art, which is a semester-long course focusing on two-dimensional art. Super exciting. Yamlet Hurtado and Piper Langlace. I hope I pronounced those right. Awesome. Is that Piper? Piper, move faster, come on. We got places to be. I don't know, you're wearing sandals, you can move fast. She's not even in heels, what is going on? Purpose. Yeah, you're in sandals. Okay, moving on, 3D art semester. This is another semester-long class focusing on 3D art. We have Janaya Mike and Genevieve Whitfoff. Awesome, we're gonna keep going here. So now we're into the year-long classes. So there's a 3D art year-long course. So again, focusing on 3D art, but it's a year-long course. We have Wyatt James and Kylie Quinn. Okay, now 2D art, again, a year-long course now, 2D art. So we have quite a few students, so let me read off all of their names, then we'll give them a big round of applause. So Isabella Benson-Huber, Isabella Hart, Caitlin Craffle, Kieran Truitt, and Sarah Weatherly. So again, that's Isabella Benson-Huber, Isabella Hart, Caitlin Craffle, Karen Truitt, and Sarah Weatherly, all receiving the 2D Art Year-Long Award. And I believe that completes, sure, I'll take a picture, yeah. So this is all the art students. Give them a big round of applause. I'm out. Thank you.
Yay, I get to go after him. I'm Mrs. Darling. I'm not nearly as entertaining as Mr. Grasso, but I'll do my best. I have the pleasure of presenting the Career and Technical Education Awards. My student of the year is incredibly talented in digital arts. Their work is very impressive and professional. They are super dedicated and often go the extra mile with ambitious ideas. They come to class every day with a positive attitude and a desire to learn. Congratulations to the following. From the Intro to Arts AV class, Bryson Hudson, and Piper Langlius. From Digital Media 1, Mia Reba, and Kaylani Cruz Amador. From Digital Media 2, Trinity Lakshmarian. And Brooke Bloomer. From Coding 1, Emma Hyder. From Coding 2, Joseph Patron. Computer Science, Patrick Willis. Robotics, Andrei Napogadaev. Engineering, Braden Van Fossen. Next, I would like to recognize students who have earned industry certifications. First, I'd like to take a moment to describe the magnitude of this certification. Not only is digital media a high school level course, but passing this exam means that these students become certified in the software Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator. This is a professional level exam that many adults take while working in the digital media industry. This is a tremendous accomplishment for any age, let alone middle school. And it will also look wonderful on a resume. The following students have earned industry certifications in Photoshop: Gavin Hughes, Kaylani Cruz Armador, Tyler Connolly, PJ Drugas, Garrett Kent, Savannah Perry, Emma Turner, Mia Reba, Marco Merrick, Gage Kersey, Braden Olbrook, Hannah Spicer, Christian Hopper, Jeremiah Jasper, Hayden Baumeister, Kayla Chandler, Abby Slezak, Haley Waters, Brody Howlett, Jaden Quintana, Brody Horn, Ben Paulette, Adonia Taylor, Camille Toro Mendez, Samantha Stinson, Alex Slayton, Next, I'm going to call up my Digital Media 2 students who are very near and dear to me, as I've had many of them for all 3 years of middle school, and all of them at least 2 years in middle school. With a 100% passing rate, these students became certified in Photoshop last year and then Adobe Illustrator this year. Earning this bundle of certifications has raised their status. Adobe now recognizes them as Adobe Certified Professionals in Visual Arts. How fancy. So the following students have earned industry certifications in Illustrator. Tassin Sayem. Riley Caligari. Miller Thompson. Bryce Darling. Griffin Garrett. Jonah Klaus. Serenity Lakshmarian. Carly Arner. Lily Jackson. Brooke Bloomer. Aiden Bryan. Logan Owens. Kidiana Soto. Allie Bradsher. Austin Mackinson. Xander Rashamwala. Alex Klingmeyer. Colton Weldon. Braden Keene. Sarah Sapone. Thomas Lockhart. Mia Rosario. Liam Thompson. Zach Stubblefield. Tristan Smith. Kyle DeShazer. Levi Swenson. Jackson Reed. Quentin Swisher. Bella Dew. Kaylee Brando. Jake Geiber. Olivia Brissy. Landon Dixon. Digital media students, I'm very proud of you guys, and you should be proud of yourselves too. Hope you brought the wide-angle lens. Gibbons, I hope you have the wide-angle lens. Next, I would like to present the Student of the Year for Yearbook. Ms. Baumeister unfortunately could not be here tonight. The Student of the Year for Yearbook was chosen by Ms. Baumeister along with input from members of the yearbook staff. This person has been highly dedicated and committed to every aspect of creating this year's yearbook, from taking photos at events, getting interviews from students and staff, working tirelessly in school and at home on creative aspects of the yearbook, and jumping in to help anybody that needs it. Her staff peers used words like perseverance, leader, fun, smart, capable, focused, and creative to describe her. While Mrs. Baumeister knows she doesn't like being the center of attention, she truly deserves every bit of this recognition for being a yearbook and journalism rock star. Congratulations to Riley Hickey.
Hello, everyone. I'm not just Vanna White, but I also get to present an award. So I was asked to present this award from Mr. Vishon, who is one of our teachers at the high school for our Teaching Academy. If you've noticed the theme here, a lot of our students are exceptional, and they've taken high school classes, as well as they're members of the academies at the high school as well. So this is for the new Teaching Academy 8th grade Student of the Year. Mr. Vishon would like to recognize Laiba Sial. Laiba is our 8th grade Student of the Year for the new Teacher Academy. Laiba has been a welcome addition to our academy with her ability to deliver superior results on every project in class. She believes in taking something that is good and making it great. Laiba has an intrinsic drive that allows her to see problems as a temporary hurdle on her way to success. She never makes excuses, even when one might be warranted. She continues to deliver day after day, showing her resilience. Laiba is a model student with a contagious work ethic that has allowed her peers to raise their performance expectations of themselves. There's no secrets or shortcuts to her success, only hard work and determination that makes Laiba an asset to our new Teaching Academy and the community. And we need good teachers, and we're so happy to have Laiba as part of our River Ridge community. Congratulations. Our next awards are going to be our World Language Awards that are going to be presented by Miss O and Miss Miranda.
Hola, buenas noches. Buenas noches. My name is Miss Miranda, and I am the World Language Teacher for Spanish High School 1 and Spanish High School 2. My courses are high school courses, and they count towards their credits and GPA for high school. And it was very difficult to decide my Student of the Year for this year. We have a lot of talented students in our school, so I'll keep it short. For High School Spanish 1, the student comes to class with her smile in her face every day. She pays attention and does excellent work. She's very proud of her accomplishments in Spanish. One of my Students of the Year for Spanish 1 is Sydney Van Zandt. For Spanish 1, my second Student of the Year is very, very, very quiet. Do not let that fool you. He's very smart, studious, and participates in class regularly, even though I have to come very close to him to hear what he has to say. Student of the Year for Spanish 1 is Patrick Willis. High School Spanish 2. I have my Spanish 2 students for 2 years, so it's very, very difficult to say goodbye to them. That's one reason I keep this very short, because every year I start crying. So I'm trying not to do it this year. I love my Spanish 2 kids. They drive me mentally unstable at times. When you have kids for 2 years, that happens. There's that attention, that love, that friendship, and they're my students, but they're also my own children. I try to be an example for them and a role model for them, and nag them probably more than their parents do. My student of the year for Spanish 2, my first one is a student that has been my right-hand man for 2 years. He always helps me out. He's always asking me, what else can I do? Do you need any help? Let's do a Quizlet for that. We can't live without Quizlet. He has excelled in Spanish. He helps others. I don't know what I'm gonna do without him next year. I love you, Logan Owens. My last student of the year, it's an outstanding student. You've seen it throughout the night. She's very smart and responsible. She's also very competitive. She was always asking me, what are we doing next so I can get ahead of the boys? What are we doing next so that I can be prepared? Okay, she has a good sense of humor and she's extremely sweet. I love her, I'm gonna miss her, and I know she's gonna go very, very, very far in life, and that is Trinity. Congratulations to our Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 Student of the Years. And I'll leave you with Miss O.
Hi, I'm Miss O, and I am the American Sign Language teacher. Just like Miss Miranda's class, my class is also a high school credit, and this is the first year that we have had ASL 2, which is very exciting. So I have 2 students to recognize. The first student is my ASL 1 Student of the Year. She's a perfect example of a royal knight. She's respectful to others, responsible, and a problem solver, even in difficult situations. She's a natural leader, and please join me in congratulating Camila Mendez. And for ASL 2, I have had this student for 2 years, and she's always been an outstanding ASL student for the last 2 years. She has a positive attitude, is respectful and responsible, and is always willing to help out when needed. Carly Doyle.
This next student is being recognized by our PE coaches, Coach Coos and Coach Brando. They didn't really give me anything to say, but just knowing Peter, I have a pretty good idea that the reason he's getting it is because he is not only a great athlete, but a role model and just a great example of how to be a great student of physical education. So I would like to recognize at this time, Peter De Loretto.
All right, the portion of the program you've all been waiting for. This is our honor roll presentation and our straight A presentation for 3 quarters, honor roll and straight A's. The students will be receiving a certificate as well as our River Ridge Medal of Honor. We're asking that the students wear their Medal of Honor to show that they're a Royal Scholar at our promotion ceremony on Monday morning. So make sure you do that. They are also getting some gift cards from Bahama Bucks as well. So a free snow is always good. So for all of their hard work. And without further ado, we have Miss Dorfeld, Miss Mirando, and Miss Brissy who are going to go through and read our honor roll and our straight A honor roll. When you come up, students, you're gonna I will give you the certificate, and you're gonna go ahead and pick a teacher to have you get your medal. And then you're gonna stay up here for each part of the honor roll. We'll get a picture, and then you can go sit down. Thank you.
Hello again. I have the honor of presenting the 3.2 honor roll. Honor roll has been configured over 3 quarters, and it is an average. So this is very exciting, and we're going to get started. If you guys could please hold your applause. We have a lot of students to get across, so hold your applause till I'm over with my section. Thank you. All right, up first, Blake Barkman, Mason Bowles, Joseph Butkus, okay. Carly Doyle. Are you guys here? You could come across the stage. Okay, come on up. There we go. All right. Aberly Duval, Alana Fenton, Tate Feiner. Seriously, hold the applause. Ryder Gage, Trey Handelong, Grace Hellman, Adam Hertog, Avinas Hoffman, Bryson Hudson, Savannah Huthnance, Michaela Jones, Braden Keene, Gage Kersey, Alexander Klingemeyer, Piper Langlis, Sarah Laurenti, William Levine, Thomas Lockhart, Preston Lomerson, Alexander Lopez, Carter Lynch, Kiana McClanahan, Jaden McDaniel, Ava Milano, Keely Monty, Jackson Pargov, Ashtha Patel, Benjamin Poulette, Finn Reed, Braden Rivera, Abigail Slezak, Tristan Smith, Sean Smith, Tanner Stevens, Samantha Stinson. Liam Thompson. Kieran Truitt. Taylor Vaughn. And Christina Young. Congratulations to all of you. We're going to take a group photo, so stay put for that, please. Okay, up next to present the AB Honor Roll for 3/4 is our 8th grade counselor, Mrs. Dorfeld.
Ready? Good evening, guys. So thank you very much. I had the opportunity to just join here recently, and it's been great to be a part of this journey with your students and provide a little guidance and support along the way. So with that being said, it's an honor to be able to stand up here tonight to recognize these students. So to start, I have Dylan Adams, Ella Albritton,
We're going to get through about halfway, and then we'll stop and get a picture of the first half, and then we'll get the second batch.
Carly Arner, Chloe Banker, Nihal Baragath, Isabella Beshanelli, Hayden Baumeister, Isabella Bunsenhuber, Alexandria Bradsher, Samantha Bradsher, Aiden Bryan, Antonella Casciavallani, Riley Caligari, Kayla Chandler, Avery Chapman, Alana Churchill, Claudia Chahausch, Braden Clipper, Gabrielle Clahesi, Kaylani Cruz Amador, Bryce Darling, Matthew Davis, Ethan Delmore, Tanner Deloach, Peter DiLoretto, Isabella Dew, Lily Duncan, Leah Elmore, Molly Espinal, Amber Forcade, Isaac Ferranda, Jack French. Griffin Garrett. Brooke Gerbino. Charles Gibbons. Cameron Giles. Alexis Gilmore. Christian Greller. Emma Gutauskis. Kevin Guzman Ortiz. Isabella Hart. Chase Hawks. Ava Hayes. Emma Hyder. Lorelei Higgins. Annabella Hitchcock. Christian Hopper. Willow Horn. Broderick Howlett. Gavin Hughes. Jessica Jacobs. Olivia James. Jeremiah Jasper. Olivia Kent. Garrett Kent. Morgan Kistler. Caitlin Craffle. Olivia Larkin. Kayla Laurenti. Hannah LeGrand. And Nikki Lee. Congratulations to you all. Please stay for a photo. So we're going to take half now with this group. We have so many. Take a picture, and then we're going to have the next group up in just a moment. Great, congratulations. I'm going to turn it over to the 7th grade math teacher, Mrs. Brissy, to continue with recognitions. Thank you.
You're short.
We good? Okay.
All right, good evening, everyone. I am Mrs. Brissy. I am the 7th grade math teacher here, and it is my privilege to continue presenting the AB Honor Roll Awards. Victoria Maggi. Brianna Mandinici. Marco Merrick. Phoenix Malden. Tejad McLean. Camilla Mendez. Zachary Meyer. Elizabeth Meyer. Georgia Mikuda. Skylin Morgan. Helen Movchin. Taylor Muma. Dennis Murphy. Soleil Napoleon. Brianne Wynn. Braden Olbruck. Olivia Opria. Kayla Paget. Caden Pagans. Brooke Paul. Savannah Perry. Misa Quach. Am I going too fast? Okay. Ashlyn Ramos. Gracie Rasmussen. Nicholas Rockhorst. Jackson Reed. Dylan Revel. Riley Richard. Mia Rosario. Yandel Rosario. Jordan Rose. Liliana Seg. Walter Simon. Lillian Sloan. Bailey Sorensen. Camden St. Aubin. Gretchen Stechniak. Haley Swan. Is it Hallie? I'm sorry, Hallie Swan. Miller Thompson. Emma Turner. Brendan Turney. Ayla Valenti. Isabella Valatuti. Sydney Van Zant. Braden Van Fossen. Peter Valusis. Aaron Venny. Alexiana Wade. Colton Weldon. Tyler Williamson. And last but not least, Evan Zoll. Congratulations, Royals. You good? We got one more coming up. Sweet.
Smile, back row. Stand up, Marco.
All right, guys, the next group of students have earned straight A's for all 3 quarters. I know, it's pretty impressive, I have to say. So to start us off, I'd like to recognize Brooke Bloomer. Isabella Boytson. Kaylee Brando. Olivia Brissy. Hagen Connor. Tyler Connolly. Haley Eaton. Emily Freitag. Brandon Gerasi. Riley Hickey. Yamalit Hurtado. Lillian Jackson. Karen Joseph. Braden Kyle. Serenity Lakshmanarian. Emma Lees. Elise Marshall. Brady Martin. Tyler Medlin. Andrei Nepogodiev. Jenna Nijo. Logan Owens. Mital Patel. Ava Pigeon. Olivia Penta. Kylie Quinn. Mia Reba. Tassin Siam. Ariana Scala. Isabella Schwarz. Liba Sial. Kalkidan Sash. Benjamin Strickland. Christopher Thornton Jr. Madison Trarig. Malika Vorazang. Aubrey Vu. Patrick Willis. And Hannah Zecchi.
Some of you don't go too far. So we have our final award, which is all A's for all 3 years of middle school. I need the following students to come up and be recognized for getting all A's for all courses in middle school. Brooke Bloomer. Isabella Boyston. Emily Freytag. Riley Hickey. Lillian Jackson. Kieran Joseph. Serenity Lakshmarian. Emma Lees. Brady Martin. Tyler Medlin. Logan Owens. Kylie Quinn. Ariana Scala. Isabella Schwartz. Malika Vorsane. And Patrick Willis. Get it. Come over here. So I've been at River Ridge Middle School as the principal for 5 years, and to have 16 students with all A's is a huge exceptional honor. They've worked really hard. We know you as parents have also worked really hard, and families and friends and all of our staff as well. So again, these students have had all A's. The majority of them, all of them, have taken high school coursework. You saw them up here multiple times for industry certifications. And now they get a yard sign to stick in their yard. So parents, you need to make sure that we get a picture of that, because we definitely want to recognize. All right, let's give them a round of applause, and we're going to get a quick picture. And I'm going to make them stay up here a little bit longer because I have my last little closing. But in closing, I'd like to say thank you all for coming. We're very excited for the next week and a half to celebrate your 8th graders with you as they transition to high school. They are well prepared. and I know that Dr. Zecchi and all of the high school staff are excited to have them come. We have some refreshments outside as well. So Publix donated a cake for us, so make sure you get some cake. And I want to thank all of our staff and the staff at the Center for the Arts. Thank you, and we will see you on Monday at promotion. You also can come up and take pictures if you want to on the stage as well.